Hey guys, Hell's First here, and I want to talk about Freeze Pyro team that I've put together that consists of 3 of the best characters in the game, and then an incredibly overlooked character, Kaeya, and he allows this to be just that much better. So let's pop in and look at Kaeya real quick. Now everybody passes up on this guy because, well, you got him for free. And let's be honest, he sucks sometimes. Like, he's just not the best. However, I mean, I don't even have him leveled up that high. He's only level 50. And his stats aren't even that good, right? Like, he really kind of sucks. The only thing I focused on was his energy recharge. And I put him in the Noblesse Oblige, obviously. The only thing we're using him for is his Glacial Waltz. Now, what it does is, if you didn't know, is it puts these 3 icicles around him, and they're fucking huge. And they just continuously spin around him for 8 seconds. Alright? Who cares about the damage they do? It just allows for non-stop freezing to go around you. So in this team, that can help 2 of the characters just be gods. Character number 1, Childe, of course, because when you have that rolling with his Foul Legacy Raging Tide, you know he's doing non-stop hydro damage with his 2 swords. So everything gets frozen because he has this mammoth wave of ice flipping around at massive speed. And you may ask, why not Chi-Chi? She does the same thing. Well, you know, hers, it may last a little bit, but it has like a 5-second delay in between each time it does its thing. It's like tink, tink. It just takes forever, you know? So she's not as good. And if you have high enough energy recharge on Kaeya, it just keeps coming back faster and faster and faster. Now I wish if you leveled it up, it would actually increase the duration, but it doesn't. So, I mean, we're stuck with what we're stuck with. Also, for his weapon, I got the Favenous Sword on him, because crit hits have a 60% chance to generate small amount of elemental particles, which will generate 6 energy for the character. Can only occur once every 12 seconds. Well, you can crit with his E, which is going to give you massive amounts back already, simply because you got all that energy recharge. And if you do, you get that much more. So you can get it back fairly quick with him. And you can pop in and out with him and use Frost Gnaw really fast, his E, and it works. Then you've got Bennett. Now, when this guy's spinning the ice around you, Bennett is going to hit like a truck. So I've got him built as a DPS. If you've watched my videos before, you've seen how I have this guy equipped to be an exact monster. All right, I got him in the Crimson Witch of Flames set, right? So that he has just mammoth amounts of pyro damage, and melt damage is increased, and he also gets that bonus of 50%, starting at value of 10 for every time he uses the elemental skill for a max of 3 stacks. So once you've used his E 3 times, the 4th and 5th hit in those 10 seconds, as long as you're standing in his super, are going to do way more damage. Now you're asking, how does that happen? While standing in his alt, you will notice that because of Rekindle and Fear Not, cooldown's reduced by 50% as long as you're standing in Fantastic Voyage, as well as Rekindle makes his overload for that go down by 20%. So it says it's going to be around 2 seconds while you're in there, right? Literally, it feels like a second and a half. It's so fast, you constantly have it. And because of how I am built, the Festering Desire, which you should have refined at level 5. If you don't, you need to. But you can't do it anymore, unfortunately, because it was only during the event with Albedo and the whole ice area. Now, it increases elemental skill damage by 32%, and the elemental skill crit rate by 12%. So the crit rate's amazing, and the skill damage just gets huge. So I have him built 161% crit damage, and his crit rate's at 25.2%, plus the 12% for his E. And because I'm using 2 cryo characters, if you look at the elemental residence, which I'm sure you all know, I'm not showing you anything you don't know, but I get 15% more crit rate against enemies that are frozen or affected by cryo. And that's why I'm running Ganyu and Kaeya. Now Ganyu also, as you already know, has the ability to use her E which allows her to bounce backwards and leave a little taunt in front of it. That's real quick. So if you have Childe out real fast, pop to her, bounce back, switch to Bennett, and smash with a Z for massive damage. Now, I'm sure I just went over that really quickly. It might have gone over your head just a little bit, but if it didn't, you understand what I'm going to do. So we are going to go to floor 11, because why not? It's pretty damn fun. We're going to do Bennett, Ganyu, Kaeya, and Childe. My second team, I usually do those, but we don't care about that right now. All we're paying attention to is this first team, because it is, I think, might just be one of the best teams I've ever played. Let's go ahead and get a little ballsy, shall we? And see exactly how this works. So, we pop in. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pop out Ganyu and use her ability there. Now, you know, Bennett's going to hit for mass amounts no matter what's happening. We'll do that to freeze everything else. And so once Bennett gets going and I get his E running, you'll see this man does ridiculous damage. Now, see, I go back to Bennett, I drop his E, his Q, I mean. Just as mammoth amounts of damage, non-stop. And then you can pop out to Ganyu and just do one of those deals real quick, just to create even more damage out of nowhere. Once again, bounce back. You can run, but you can't hide. Use Caillou's deal there. Pop back out the Childe, which, he's just sitting in that spot where he can't do anything right now. So. And if you have Childe built, he seriously can do some crazy damage. And we'll just drop that shield real quick. Right? And Bennett already does mass damage, but so does Childe, right? It's just effortless. It takes no effort whatsoever to pull shit off with that team. Like, it's just, you don't even try. You just win. It's broken, guys. It's fucking broken how easy it is to win with this team. Nothing stands in its way. No matter what you do, everything is dead before you know what happened. It's so much fun. I'm not even gonna lie. It is truly one of the greatest teams I've been playing with, period. And here's the rundown on Childe stats, because you saw him dump some serious damage. He's popping some damage here. 65.9% crit rate, which, remember, with the dual ice becomes 80%, and 147% crit damage. And he's also got a shit ton of hydro damage right there as well, at 90.4%. And Ganyu, I've got her set up with the cryo damage, of course, and 29.5, but she's got the Blizzard Strayer, which bumps her up 40% when things are frozen, plus the 15%, and I got her at 233.9% crit damage, so she hits like a fucking truck. The only one who's literally not decked out is fucking Kaeya, but he allows for the craziest shit. Like, we can go show it off again. Let's just run down here to the Geo area and try and go kill these 4 room guards. You've all seen them. They're pretty fucking fun to kill. I haven't tried this team against them, so this is going to be a first. This is going to be a let's see what happens kinds of deal. And Hu Tao came out, and everyone's losing their shit about her. But the one thing about Hu Tao that you got to remember is she beats the ever-living shit out of herself. Therefore, she's not 100% uptime on the field, so she's not perfect. She's like Childe, you know? She's like a pyro version of Childe. She can be on the field for a certain amount of time, then you're going to back her off real quick to play with some other characters. She's like a burst DPS. Granted, an incredibly, ridiculously overpowered burst DPS, but I don't know. I'm just not the biggest fan of playing with her right now. So let's wake these fuckers up, right? We'll see what happens with these guys. They're initially probably gonna fuck me up with their missiles, Because it just seems to fucking happen every single time. But if I do that, and then drop that, and then pull out Kaeya, and then pull out Childe.
Amateur mistake. Brace yourself. This is gonna
Everything should be frozen, right? And then everything's still frozen. Bounce back in. Go on Kaeya again. And that didn't work the way I wanted it to, because Childe dropped on his ass, you know? But that's because I let that fucking spinny shit get to me. These guys hit hard when the four of them are doing their shit. I had to res him there real quick, as you saw, because I let that spinny shit hit me. But it's still too fucking easy to win with him. Just fucking easy. Everything. Easy mode. It's fun. Try it out, guys. Let me know what you think. I think it's fucking amazing. It's a team that I haven't seen played before. And I'm that guy that likes making new team comps just to see how they work. So Bennett, Ganyu, Kaeya, Childe, I'm saying it, fucking sick. Able to take on fucking anything in this game. Will take you through the whole abyss. It's got every single type of element you need, except for lightning. Because no one gives a shit about Electro right now. They're not the best. But you got fire, you got ice, you got water. You can fuck with anything in the abyss and anything in the game. It's truly broken in my eyes, guys. I hope you like it as much as I did. If you did, go ahead and drop a subscribe down there in the bottom right hand corner. Help support me. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And as always, until next time, ta-ta.